everyone, Ellen Woodbridge here, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Australia. Happy Thursday. I hope everyone is well and have been able to be crafty this week. I was doing a little bit of colouring with blends earlier while I was in a meeting for a colour challenge for next month to show you all. So that'll be up in a few days. When I finish my colouring, I stuffed up the stamping on the first image that I stamped, so I use that as my test for where I wanted colours and how deep I wanted to make things, blah blah blah. So I'm quite happy with the results so far. So I've got my coloured image, but I have no idea where it's going to go. So for those of you who have been following along, hello Margaret. Today being the 29th of February is the last day for you to play and earn with Celebration. Hey Shari, hey Mary. So it is it today. So we get an extra day of celebration this year, because we have an extra day in February. So rather than a 28-day February, we've got 29. So we get an extra day to celebrate. And don't forget, we do have our extra celebration products as well. And when you pop in an order online or give me a call and I can help you with your order, we can go through what is available for you to redeem. And we also, it is the last day for you to join and get your glass mat. Hopefully you can hear my nails on that glass mat, but you will see it. Do you know what I haven't done? I haven't gotten rid of my list that I'm actually going to have to transfer. So you're going to see my list of things that I need to do and that I need to write down. But today I thought I would mix some coming very soon and some things we have already. I have the textured timber stamp set. So this is in the upcoming online exclusives. The name went from my head. Online exclusives. This is coming out. So because I'm a Woodbridge, I'm always interested in the timber sets. And I love this. We have variety timbers, and I thought we could build a background today using the birch background. And I thought that would go really, really nicely with our bird's eye view stamp. And I thought we could use this cute little one right here and give him a quick color and a hand cut out and make a really cute card. I also thought maybe if it works, I will grab it out eventually. Hello Miss Glenna, how are you? And hello Lisa, I saw that you have been able to join me live. And do you think my screen wants to scroll down? That would be an absolute no. And of course I have a pesky, there we go, I can see all your comments. And I thought quite possibly we could use our sweetly scripted sentiments to play, or maybe to place our owl on. So, and that is one of the upcoming new stamp sets as well. So they've been sitting on my shelf, and I've used a couple which you have seen in my Christmas Stamp-thon from last month, but you haven't seen them all. So I'm just very quickly, while everyone's coming in and giving me a thumbs up and making you subscribed. Oh, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one who haven't used them yet. Lisa, now Lisa, are you talking about the bird's eye view or the upcoming sets? Just let me write my list. I need to do my labels. I'm a little behind on some things. The color challenge, which is the one I was working on this morning. March birthday cards, they are going to be late for anyone who is on my list and born at the start. You're going to have a birthday month rather than a birthday, the new scripty one. It's so cute. That's why I want to use it. I need to upload, I need to make my videos, and I need to do the PDF/project sheet. So I'm a tinsy bit behind. Hey Sharon, but I hopefully do have time tomorrow afternoon and over the weekend, because I have something very exciting happening tomorrow night, and I'll tell you. I'll just put some hand sanitizer on this and wipe off my list, because I just told you what was on there anyway. Owen's artwork from last year when he was in year 12 is going to be on exhibition at our local art gallery. So his art teacher, and just like that, my permanent marker is totally gone off my my glass mat. So Owen's artworks, because there's multiple canvases, apparently, I'll tell you why apparently in a sec, they have been chosen to be a part of a school exhibition at our local art gallery. So our council art gallery, they will be shown there for 2 months. So they have the opening night tomorrow night. I am yet to see these artworks. So Owen's worked on these artworks for a year, a whole year, and I haven't seen them. So the joke now is that, oh well mum, you get to see them how they're meant to be seen on a gallery wall. And I'm there going, So yes, and Owen's not here to retort to that comment, so we shall just leave that there. But I'm very much looking forward to finally seeing his artworks that he got amazing marks for last year, and his art teachers were extremely proud of, and hopefully I get to reconnect with those teachers tomorrow night. So tomorrow night's out. I've got an appointment at the hospital during the day, but I've got some time in the afternoon, and I've got the weekend to catch up, and then I'm going to Melbourne soon. So it's like, I think not next weekend, so this weekend, not next weekend, the weekend after, I'm in Melbourne. So with all my amazing Stampin' Up! Demonstrator friends. So it's all happening here, and I've got like this much time to do everything in. So let's get started. Let's make this card. If I get time at the end, depending on how quick I am making this card, I may go back to the trusty tools that I know Miss Margine requested on Tuesday's video. So these things have changed sides. I've got a cord here that's in the way. That's my laptop cord that I shall just move like that. Get to see the inner workings of the Woodbridge class. I was going to say classroom. I suppose it is a classroom, isn't it? Hopefully that will do. Sorry for that woo woo woo. I'm just now waiting to, I'm not live on here, so that is still way too, I need to zoom in a little bit more. Hopefully that's good. I will go, hey Deborah, I will go and grab the light and come back. Yeah, that will do perfectly. You can see everything nice and clear, I think. And now we've got rid of all the shadows, and I have an amazing amount of people here, which is lovely to see. So did I miss anyone? Hello, Anne. I said hello, Deborah. I think I have caught everyone. If anyone has any questions or comments, please put in caps. I will see them much more easily when I glance up at the comments if you put them in caps. So don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Only my subscribers can comment, so we don't have pesky trolls. I changed it quite a long time ago that only my subscribers can comment, and that has fixed the horrible troll problem that we were having there for a while. So I think I put like a 1 minute you have to wait 1 minute to be able to comment. So hopefully you can hold your comment for 1 minute after you subscribe. And the thumbs up does help other people find our amazing woodette community here. So what I am casing a card that Stampin' Up has already shared on the shop for this card, so for this textured timber stamp set. So that is my first port of call. I do have a basic white card base here, and I want to take out and stamp our birch stamp set. So you get all 4 stamps. You get the nice long timber, this one, the wood round, which I love, and this birch one. Okay, so I think I'm going to go on a longer block, and of course the cord wants to come and play. So I'm just going to pick this up. Now what brown do I want to use? I don't know if pecan pie will run, but that's okay. I'm thinking pecan pie might be nice in the background, and then I'll use like a very light, as in light in water, crumb cake wash over it. Okay, so I just want to, now I haven't done this before, so we're kind of doing this together. Okay, not too shabby. So I want to create this as a background. Now remember, you do not need to be straight, because nothing in, or not much in nature is straight. So that's all good. Now I'm going a bit off here, and that's okay. I am just going to spray that and wipe it off. I have created that background very, very quickly. So just a little spritz of water. I love this because I can make a mess and clean it up in a nanosecond. And I'm not going to have any ink transfer, which is great. So just close this over. And I think I may even trim this down a little bit, but I just want to see how I go with this. So I've got that. Now my crumb cake is where I've got ink pads in all plethora of places, because I've got my class to film, and I've also got another card I want to film for when I'm away. So I have my crumb cake. This has been UV affected, so please don't take too much notice. Now I am just going to do this. That is way too much ink for what I need, but I can use my glass mat as a palette. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to spray a bit of water up there, and I am still going to use my aqua painter, but I have, with my hand issues, I find it very, very hard to squeeze this barrel. So I prefer just to have my pool of water, but still use this. So this is the wide brush. So you can see that has really taken up all that water. So I'm just doing, it's actually, probably want it a little bit deeper here. There we go. Probably I'm going to need a bit more water. So I'm not going too dark, but I'm just giving that background a bit of colour. So this will bow a little bit. Okay. Okay, I am actually really quite happy with that and how that has given a lovely birch background. So I will leave that to dry, and as that dries, it will straighten out, flatten out. Okay, so that's a really nice and easy background. So I'm going to pop this up here just for a moment. I really only needed a corner, but anyway. So where was that side that was very black? There it is. So give that a wipe. Wow, that went in one wipe. Love that for me. Nice and easy. So next, I want to stamp our bird. So taking colour suggestions for our bird. I'm going to use Stampin' Blends, so I'm happy to use, oh, seriously, I already have a bird pre-stamped here. So yay us. I just need, so I'm assuming this is stamped in Memento, and I just need to find out what colour I am making him. I'm just also going to clean this brush. So just a couple of spritzes here and just wipe that on my microfiber cloth. So you can see all that colour has now come out. I did get a couple of over spritzes there. A grey one, Margaret. So like grey granite, because I am a bit partial to grey granite. It doesn't have to be the colour of an owl. It could also be something completely outlandish, like, I don't know, pink. Could be berry burst. Okay, grey granite. Margaret was quickest today, so we shall go with grey granite. And that happens to be not in my used pile currently. So I'm just going to be really super duper simple. I'm going to do a complete wash of light grey granite, and except for his beak. So this tip is looking a bit how you going, but that's fine. It's working for what we need it to, because we are going to be adding some shading and stuff like that. But I do want this to also be fairly simple as well. So just using two colours here. So cap this, or at least cap it like that. Hey Ida, how are you? So, oh, this one's coming down quite nicely. That's because we didn't use a whole lot of water. That's drying really quite nicely. I'm happy with that. I dare say though, we're going to have to use a fair bit of adhesive to adhere that down. So I'm just going to go in here with our dark, and it's showing me where all our kind of dark places are. Yes, I am using the brush tip here, but hey, I'm fine with that. Just going to add in some shadowing. I actually kind of want the shadowing all around. Okay. So now I want to go in. I definitely want the wings to be darker. So I'm more than happy to add a fair bit of this here. And if I find anything is too dark, I can always go over with my color lifter and lift some of that up. So I have lost quite a bit of that definition, so I'm probably going to want to add that back. So see, I do not want to, I've just blended around the outside here with the light? Please tell me that was the light. Yes. And I'm going to go in just with the bullet tip here and add back in. Oh no, I do want the other tip. Is that? No, it's not dry. It's just lighter than the other end. And that sometimes happens. So how's this looking for you, Margaret? You happy so far? So just going back in, dotting those details with the dark. Now, I don't know if I want to add any shading to the face. So the shading, I will be using the light again. I am possibly thinking of adding just a little bit here. So this is, because this is a bit of a cartoonish character, I don't want to do too much. Because this is tone on tone, this will actually end up being quite light. Now, colour for the beak, I could bring in that pecan pie, I think. Do we have pecan pie? Quite possibly. Pecan pie dark, yes we do. And I can just add a little beak. Thank you, Marjane. This is it. It's nice, simple. Look, I'm not tizzy. I would love to do a little colouring course one day when I have more than 5 minutes to myself. But at the moment, that isn't looking like it's a thing. I need my hand cutting scissors because I'm very happy with this. So you can see, because I've used the pecan pie and the crumb cake in the background, he is really, really popping. He is a handsome little guy, Sharon. And I don't feel like I've given this stamp set quite as much love as what I would have liked to. So next, what I think, I'd like him sitting on possibly a happy birthday sentiment. You know, I always need birthday cards. So I was thinking of like making a little perch with the happy birthday banner, maybe layered on one of these two backgrounds. Because I could stamp the background and then put the happy birthday over the top. Tell me what you think. This is kind of what I'm thinking, but things aren't set in stone. How am I talking and doing these little legs? I will never know. Maybe that's a new tactic. Talk while you're doing the fussiest hand cutting, and then you don't stress over it and you just do it. Okay. Now for the easier bits. I say that and they'll be really hard now, but I'm hoping not. Okay. Okay, sorry I went silent there for a second. Just concentrating. So these little feet are not quite mangled, but I just want to smooth them out a little bit. So I'm going to take a bone folder. I just happened to grab my inking bone folder here, and I'm just going to go along all these cut edges and smooth them out, and then I will turn it over and show you how lovely they look. He does have a sweet face. There we go. So that has just smoothed those edges out, and that is what he will look like. So he jumps out quite a bit. So happy birthday. I'm going to need my long block. Again, lucky I've got 2 of them is all I can say. So what I do, I just pop this here and just pick it up like so. I'm probably not going to, although that's going to take up majority of the width. Now, I'm thinking I still want to cut this down a little bit, so that's okay. Do I want to just, I don't want to do it straight on, but I'm not sure what I want to do. I'm thinking possibly stamping this in like smoky slate and then like stamping this over the top in black. What do you think? Just while I take off, I can't even find my other stamp. Yes, I can. Right, just going to wipe it off. Tell me what you're thinking of my ideas. Okay, so that is partially cleaned off here. And we shall just pick this up. It might even be stamped off smoky slate, to tell you the truth. Basic white scraps. Will that, I think, yep, that will work nicely. Hello, Julie, how are you? Okay, can't get this back in. Try for the 5th time and it might work. Okay, so smoky slate, I feel like I need to move things. I like have no elbow room here. Okay, scissors can go back in there for the moment, and I want a scrap piece of paper. So this first, maybe not with people's names on it. Oh, and an email address. You can tell I use whatever I can to take notes when I'm on a phone call. Okay, so this is smoky slate. No one argued with me, so I'm just going to take it that everyone agrees with my idea. Okay, and just like so. Oh, I love that stamped off lightness. So I'll just show you a little bit closer up. I really, really, really like that. So now, although I may want to do a little wash here. So I've got the ink pad open, you know, just going with where we've been going, and a little bit of water. I know now I have drying time. But hopefully not too much drying time. Yes, it just adds a little bit of life to it. It's not perfect, but it just adds the tinsiest bit of colour and life. Just while we're on the, let's add some watercolour in the background. So now I might play with the background because I've got to let this dry. So whenever it still feels cold, it is still wet. When it doesn't feel cold, it's dry. Okay, that water has come up. I have this stamp ready to go, but not quite yet. And I need to close the ink pad. Oh yes, Julie, we're meant to have 34 degrees here today, 34 or 35, which is 95 degrees Fahrenheit. I remembered to get that conversion before we went live. No one fall over. I didn't ask someone else to do it at all. So what I kind of want here, just going to take a little bit off at a time. So thinking maybe the other side. Kind of takes away my bodgy paint edges a little bit. Maybe I do want to go a little bit more. Yep, I do. I do. Then that takes away all the edges completely. Okay, so now I kind of want to go here. So I went to 9, which is 1.5 centimeters off. So that is 1.5 centimeters. So I'm not taking too much off, but we should all be even. You've still got white spots, but that is looking quite nice. Quite nice. And in recycling, my happy birthday will still fit, but the wiggliness will go all the way across, which I quite like. Okay, now let me, still cold, that's fine. What I can work on with this, now we've lost our bird. I have, in all that moving stuff around, if someone knows where the bird is, feel free to tell me, because at the moment he's flitted off away. So, oh no, I found him. I found him just under the stamp sets here. So I could start having a look at card bases. So I could go crumb cake, and that will kind of tone in with everything, or I could look at grey granite or our pecan pie. Where is my crumb cake? There you are. So we're just going to try them all like right now. No use fluffing around. We're just going to go for it. Okay, so actually, nope, don't like that. I know you can tell me if you like it, but I'm not. Hello, Miss Cheryl. How are you? I'm sorry, I had head down, bum up when you came in. Hello, Miss Donna. You've got high winds, we've got high heat. Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah, 95 Fahrenheit. Lisa? Oh, my air conditioner's working wonderfully. That doesn't look too bad. Let's just see if I do. I've got a piece of pecan pie here, just so I can have a look. I'm thinking that grey granite is going to be perfect, because everything else is fairly... See, that really pops on pecan pie. Ha ha ha. I've been busy making a card. So what colour do you think worked best? How am I going here? We're almost there. Almost there. Oh, yes, we do have some people close to each other all around the world, bringing people together here. No one's telling me what they're liking. Okay. Do definitely want to bring in this black. I'm just going to see, this is the first time I've used this stamp, and I do want to use Stays On. So I'm going to see how it stamps. If not, I am going to bring out my stamp positioner and stamp it that way. And I did not need to ink all of that up, but anyway, you liked the pecan pie. Okay, so I had crumb cake, pecan pie, and grey granite. Oh, 25. I will take 25. Yeah, I think I definitely want to use a stamp positioner. You like grey granite, the browns don't do it. Okay, so we're currently in between. No one has their crumb cake. So we're currently in between these two. So I can put the crumb cake away. Grab out my stamp positioner. Where is it? Because I'm using it for lots of projects at the moment. I think it's under that pile. No, that's a laptop. If you took it, where did you put it, girls? Because I swear I only used it like last night to stamp something. That's okay. I will use this one that I've currently got set up for class, but that's okay. Right. That is fine. Oh, I could. Oh, do not take that stamp off, Ellen. I could matte in pecan pie and put on grey granite. Let's use both of them together. You girls are so smart. So smart. No, Lisa, I knew what you were saying. Yes. Okay, so we've got that sorted. Oh, I had 2 pieces of pecan pie there. Don't need 2 pieces, just one will suffice. So let's bring this little friend over here, although I think I kind of have to go in the middle, and I'll explain why in a second. I think I need to move this whole pile just off to the side for the moment, just while we do this. Okay, take this off this block. Yes, we do. She's in South Penrith. So I want... Oh, I do kind of want to put it that way because I like the detail of this end. Okay. Of course, it's going to do what I don't want it to do. It's okay. This ink isn't going to transfer anyway because it stays on. It has totally dried already. Okay, I know we're upside down. It doesn't matter. We are going to trim it out. Okay, so just going to stamp the whole thing up. The main thing, if I'm going to put any pressure on it, is on the happy birthday. Because, would you believe, that actually worked pretty well first time round. But I don't want to add anything to the lines like pressure because I don't want them to appear thicker than what they actually are. So I just really want to concentrate on that happy birthday being nice and thick and clear. So I think just one more, just for my own just for me, because I do like a nice crisp black image, and I am really, really happy with that. So you can see how that is really popping off there. Couldn't work out what that sound was. David's doing karate because it's too hot to do it outside, so he's doing it in the living room. Yes. Oh, good. We're asking where everyone's going on stage. Yes, I'm going to stay hydrated. I'm going to have some water for you, Lisa. Okay, I'll just pop this to the side for the moment, and I'm going to bring back in this piece. So I want to do a nice little mat. So let me just check my measurements here. So we are 9. Okay. So I don't want anything too outlandish because I just want to reinforce those colors. So I'm doing 9.3, and that can go straight in there. And then I want to go, where are we here? So, okay, so 1, 2, 3, great. And if that's not right, there's more paper in the pack, and I've just used this paper. Gurgle girl. I know, I can't do it quietly. I'm so sorry. I definitely can't do that quietly, and I don't know why, but I just can't. Okay, so let's see how we are here. That is the perfect mat. So I am going to be generous with the glue and actually put the Stamparatus on this, or I've got a big block I can put onto this. Please glue, please be kind, but I can see the glue goober right there in the top. I can't actually get it to, there we go, wrong direction. Oh, it's a long one. There we go, those all clean now. So our glue, and we get little blockages like that when we don't put our lid on quickly enough after using it. Ask me how I know, because it happens in every video. And as I said, I'm being quite generous here because we have wet our paper, and it is, oh, you were just helping me, Cheryl. Thank you. Thank you. I do not, I have to go to karate later, but that's like at 6:15 tonight. We've got a late class tonight. So, well, not me, Owen. Okay, so I need to go a little bit, a titch this way. It's a bit hard to judge this piece, but I'm going to call this good, and I'm going to place it under here. So yeah, can I move it just a titch up here? Don't know if I can. If I can't, it will call it good. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay, lots of glue and some weight. Now I'm going to bring this piece in, and I'm going to do some trimming. So because this is actually, oh, I replaced my lid. Who am I? Because it is a hand scripted happy birthday, straightness doesn't really come into it. We just want it to look okay. So bring in my trimmer. David is reading some kind of giggly book, or is listening to the cricket. Must be his lunch break. Okay. Oop, that's the scoring blade. Okay. I think I might want to come a little bit closer there, actually. So I'm just doing this all freehand because I just want the top and bottom trimmed, and the width we will do a little bit later when we are adding this to the card. And I'm thinking maybe some of those metallic, oh, I can use celebration gems on this. I have these pecan pie gems left over, and since today's the last day of celebration, a great day to use some of these gems. So if you also love these gems, you can get them today. Last day to be able to redeem them free, and they actually won't be back. Oh my god, did I just do that totally crooked? Yeah, I think I did. But do you know what? It actually doesn't look half bad because it's a branch. What does it matter whether it's straight or not? I am just going to trim off this piece here, and then I can pop that back into my scraps as a clean piece to use. It's just going to stay the way it is, guys. Okay, now I wonder how this is going under the weight there, but here we go. We can start to see how this is going to come together, and we can pop a little bird on here. Do I want something else? So we've got our gems, we've got our card base. Just wondering, is there anything else? Did we want maybe some twine? I could use white. I do. Do I have any grey granite twine left? Because in the baker's twine pack, you actually get crumb cake, and that, let me grab it out. Hey Deidre, how are you? Okay, so these are my twines. So I have linen thread. So old faithful classic linen thread, which you probably can't even see. I have used my grey granite. So I have vanilla, black, white, and I think this is crumb cake because it should come in a pack of, it doesn't say, quantity, 35 yards, but I'm pretty sure in the essentials pack you get 5, and I've already used all of the grey granite. So you were thinking that linen thread. Okay, great. I'm so glad we are all on the same wavelength. For anyone who's wondering how I store my twines, this is a Ferrero Rocher box, and it is perfect. And in my other Ferrero Rocher box, I have some embellishments, all of my enamel effects. I have my vintage bottle shaker things, and I have room for a peg. So, because I use a peg for many different things. So I always just have one here in the craft room. So Ferrero Rocher boxes are great, and they're yummy. I am a bit partial to Ferrero Rocher. Okay. Oh, you like linen thread, Glenna. So let's see how we're going here. What are we thinking of the style of the card? Something a bit different. Something I don't do, but the simple water washes are great. So we're pretty flat here. I like that. I'm going to need my handy dandy tweezers. So let me just take these. The Stampin' Up! Tweezers will do the same thing, the ones that come in the embossing kit. I just find these ones a little bit easier to open for myself, because I've, one, used them for so many years, and two, I have... okay, I'm going to wrap this around and then we can move it to where it's desired. Two, I think I want three. I'm going to be really, really generous and have three, although I need to do it this way. So we're going to have 3 rounds, and what I want to do first is do my knot. Okay, so what I do here is I just hold my knot like that, and I hold it completely using my tweezers, and they just sit like that, and then I can do my bow. So I don't need to hold any tension at all, and I can just take my time and do my bow. Okay, come on, play nice. Twine and friends. Nope, just want a bigger loop here. Go that way, please. Thank you. So you guys, if I can do a bow using a pair of tweezers, anyone can, because seriously, it does. Oh, that didn't take long. That's second attempt. So I'm going to do that. I am just going to make my, I do just hold that knot so it doesn't come out too much. I just give that a bit of a tweak. Now I take out my tweezers and I straight away just give this a bit of a pull, and we just go back and forth until I am happy with the size of our bow. And you just go back and forth until we are happy. But do you know what? I am pretty happy with that. So I have a dedicated pair of ribbon scissors, and I suggest you have exactly the same thing, because once you use your scissors on paper, it dulls them. So if you have a dedicated pair, they will stay sharper much longer than the ones you use with paper. So that is the amount. I can't get it off now. That is all I have wasted tying this bow, so I'm quite happy with that. So I'm just leaving it there for the moment. I can move it and work out where I want it, because it's not actually adhered, it is just tied around. Oh dear, we've had a bit of a come apart here. Oh dear, that is a piece that is not even connected. Oh, I think we're going to have quite a bothersome time here at some stage. Just going to, because that has nothing to do with the piece that I'm using down here. Whoops, I hate it. Have you ever had that happen? Well, this is actually this is actually cased from Stampin' Up. So on the page that hold on, just let me get this piece over here. Come on. Where are my tweezers when I need them? Come on, go over. Thank you. Okay, hopefully I have fixed that end. So on the online store at the moment, the demonstrators can access on the, when you look at textured timber, if you scroll through the the images, they do have some examples. So even though I did have one of my demonstrators say to me, Ellen, I don't like this whole online thing. They don't show me any samples like they do in the catalogue. And I said to her, really, Anne? And I went to the stamp set and I said, just keep on clicking through. And she went, oh, they do show samples. And she was very happy then. So I was very, very happy for her to have these samples. So I'm just going to pull these together and going to pull that. So I want this bow to come across further. So all I do is, this is actually going to bode very well for bending this paper. I just bow it, and then that gives you a little bit of slack, and you can move your bow across. So I just don't want the happy to be obstructed as such, so I'm just going to do it a little bit more to the edge. There we go. And doesn't matter how close to the edge I get, because this piece is actually significantly smaller than our card base. So that is going to look great. And of course we are going to put our little owl on dimensionals. So I do want to snip this happy birthday closer to the edge. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. But I do even want to bring it down further, because once you add that happy birthday, it's really not quite, oh no, it's just not quite balanced. So the happy birthday on the crooked piece of paper, and then our little birdie probably about there. Do I want to bring it down? I want to bring it down even further. Okay, rightio. I think that will be as far as I'm willing to go down. I'm looking at it in the rule of thirds. So we're probably filling up about 2/3 of space. So 2/3 in the middle, 1/3 at the top, and 1/3 at the bottom. Kind of, or even in quarters, but I'm just looking at leaving that space. Okay. Hopefully I said hello to you, Deidre. I do apologize if I didn't. Okay, so let's put some glue on this. Or do I just put glue across the card? I just put glue across the card because that seems so much easier for me to be able to move things around. There we go. So then we can slide it round and see where we are going. So I just want to lift this up. There we go. Bring this in about there. Now I can't guesstimate if this is going to be straight or not, but it doesn't matter because we're just going to bring up our twine to just go over that bottom edge. So in trimming this, I am going to bring this twine down a lot further than I would. So when I trim these edges, we're not actually snipping anything that we want to stay on the card. Okay. So is anyone putting in a last minute celebration order? Because we as demonstrators can order these online exclusives and get celebration rewards. Just putting it out there. Okay, let's see what I think of this. I actually really like that. So bring this back up, close these scissors. I am going to try and find my tweezers again in the mess of my desk about now. I have lip gloss on my desk that I don't want there. Okay, I'm just going to use my scissors. So what I want to do is just bring up the edge of that twine and just go over the edge of that paper. So everything has a relationship with each other. So loving that. If I was doing it again, I would make the happy birthday just go on the birch panel and not over the other panel as well. But I didn't think about it before I adhered the pecan pie to the birch. Now, I still have lost a whole sheet of dimensionals. So I am just going to tempt fate and grab a whole new sheet, and then the other sheet will turn up because that's what happens. At least I'm not buying a new stamp set and then the other one turns up. It's just a sheet of dimensionals. Okay. I really don't know when it goes. Okay, Cheryl, thanks for dropping in, my love. Lovely to see your face. Well, lovely to see your writing on the screen. Do you think I can pick this up? That would be no. What if I pick up the one next to it? Yes. Oh my dear word. Talk about playing hard to get. That one as well. Right. Now let's see. I was pulling up the backing as well as the dimensional. Oh, I think I kind of want to add 3. Okay. So is everyone excited about maybe playing with the textured timber and the sentiments? Because I hope you've seen the bird's eye view before, but we've got the textured timber and the sweetly scripted. So I thought you guys might like that. Now, can anyone remember the name of the stamp set that we used to have a very, very, very long time ago that is reminiscent of Sweetly Scripted? I owned it, and me and my upline can't remember the name of it. Where they're going, yeah, we owned it. What is under my stamp set? Nothing is under my stamp set. Was it a dimensional backing, Lisa? I'm not sure what's under my stamp set. Please help me. You need to make some more. Well, you girls are witnessing my first one. I am actually a little tempted to maybe, because I'm making some cards for the people that I'm meeting for the first time. So exciting at On Stage. So yeah, now normally I would ground my little birdie, but because he is standing on the words, I actually don't feel like I need to ground him. I think I'm going to need some extra reinforcement here, so I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Seal just to make sure this all really sticks and stays exactly where I want it, because we're still slightly dealing with a warped piece. So I have been generous, and yes, I know their dimensionals also could have worked, especially with our twine there, I just want to keep this fairly simple. So I do have a little bit of wiggle room with this adhesive, and what I mean by that is I can just kind of lay it there and it's not actually stuck, it's like tacked. And I'm going to say that, and I'm going to rip my card front now. Why are you being so annoying? And as I do this, yeah, so I've just literally tacked this down, but I would like it to be straight and fairly even. That's what I'm kind of looking for. No. But I haven't applied any actual pressure to this, so it is kind of staying and doing what I want it to do at this stage. Now, I'm going to be happy right there and apply pressure, and I am so not ripping it up now because it will rip from one end to the other. We do have the tinsiest bit of lifting on the corners, but I actually don't hate that lifting. Oh, so I think a few little pecan pie embellishments are going to finish this card off perfectly. Even though, do I have pecan pie in? Ooh, I could use the cork rounds. I think the cork rounds might work a little bit better because then I'm adding in like a matte texture. I think I'm going to change my mind completely. Right. Let's go. That can go back in there and stay there, but I'm going to use cork rounds because I think they will look super cute, and it's just adding in, as I say, that texture. Okay, if I don't like them, I can always pop them back on the sheet. So I want to pop a couple there, and or maybe I just want, them down there and none up the top, because if I pop them up the top, they're actually going to be competing with our owl, which I kind of don't want to happen. But if I put it there, it's like we've got a column of things happening with a little bit over here. So what do we think? Do we like him? Do we like that we haven't used any actual colour? We've kept fairly neutral. Well, we've kept all neutral because all these colours are out of the neutrals except for the black. But black is a neutral all in itself. So what we did, I stamped the background. In Pecan Pie, I did a colour wash using our brush. So this is our wide brush, and I did a colour wash in Crumb Cake. Then I stamped, this wood piece, and I actually stamped it off and did a very light colour wash in Smoky Slate. So I used Smoky Slate for both of those, just for some texture. We added in our linen thread. We stamped our Happy Birthday set from Sweetly Scripted. We took our Bird's Eye View stamp set. I already had this little guy stamped, and he was sitting in the stamp set. So we just coloured him in using grey granite. So I love how I have chosen the Neutrals colour palette, used 4 colours, and they've all just worked together because Stampin' Up plan how their colour families work together. It just works. Yeah, I know. I love it. When I saw them, I flicked through and I went, no, the cork ones are perfect. And it's just once again that natural fiber that goes with the natural and neutral colors. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me, girls and guys. I really do appreciate it. The textured timber and sweetly scripted stamp sets will be available as of the 5th of March, but I just couldn't wait any longer to share some of these things with you. I think I've now shared all of the stamp sets. So in my Christmas Stampathon video, I shared with you the drizzling droplets and happy little things, and I've shared these two with you today. So you will see them in more videos. The bird's eye view is in the annual catalogue and currently available. If you need any help, you can build... Oh, no, you can't. You can build a wish list on the online store once these products go live. But if you need any help remembering when this goes live what I've used, just reach out to me and I will be more than happy to help you. So I hope you have a very crafty weekend. I will endeavour to catch up with my to-do list over the weekend and the next couple of days and get on track for a very busy March. And don't worry, when I'm catching up with my friends and seeing the new annual catalogue in Melbourne, I will share what I can with you. I won't be able to share the inside of the catalogue, but if they share with us products and make and takes and things like that, I will definitely endeavour to share those with you, and I will be ordering product. So as always, there will be an unboxing. So have an amazing weekend. Thanks for joining me making this card. I'm so glad I cased it. And I will see you on Tuesday on my Facebook Live, or I will catch you on the replay. Thanks, guys. Bye. Don't forget your celebration last day. I forgot that.